cheeks. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to twirl hair. Okay, mess up all the time. Okay, let's try that again. I'm going to be showing you how to turn yourself into the leader of the White Walkers from Game of Thrones in this tutorial. This is probably the hardest tutorial I've done so far on this channel. It is very detailed. I'm absolutely in love with this look. Of course it isn't going to be accurate, but I am using body paint. I'm not using prosthetics to do this. Well, only really a bald cap, but this right here, this is Play-Doh. It's not actual prosthetics, but I try to do the best that I could using face paints and eyeshadows. This channel, I really want to have a lot of viewer involvement in it. I really want to do tutorials that you guys want to see. I want to do videos that you guys want to see. I want to ask you guys questions and get to know more about you guys. So I really would love to know what some requests you guys might have are down below, so I can start getting an idea of what is it that you guys want to see, and I can start creating some looks that you guys really want to see. So please leave your requests down below. I'm definitely going to be doing some of them. And with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll be notified every single time I upload. With that being said, let's begin.
So I've got this bald cap on my hat, and I didn't place it properly with liquid latex and spirit gum just because, honestly, the edges of it didn't have to be blended in for this look because the guy is a little wonky. Anyways, the base color I'm going to use for the skin is white. I rather go lighter than darker because lighter I can always fix with eyeshadows, but if I go too dark, there's pretty much no going back. The bald cap I use is a store bald cap. I didn't make it, and it's from Graftobian, and it's basically like a big condom for your head. And by head, I'm talking about the one that's right above your shoulders because I'm sure some of you guys took it the other way. Mom and Dad would be so proud of us. Now I apply a very light icy blue color randomly around the face and the bald cap. You need to put the base color down first before you do any of the darker colors and detailing on the face, because once you've done that, there's no going back. You're going to have a harder time trying to lighten up certain areas once you apply the darker colors on top. Now take your black paint and use it to start creating a more angry expression on your face. So basically you're just outlining your brow bone and making it look a little bit angrier. And then if you plan on painting on your eyes, you want to make sure you outline your eyes using that black paint. And then you just fill the area in. If you don't plan on painting on your eyes, you don't have to outline anything. Just fill in the entire eye area around your eyes with that black paint. You also want to use the black paint to create some wrinkles right below your eyes. So the reference pictures I was looking at, the walker's skin almost has a statue texture to it and even coloring. So what I did is I took a stippling brush and I mixed black, white, and blue paint into that brush. And then I swirl it on the back of my hand so it's not too much color. And I just dab that all around my skin so I could get that texture that I want and the coloring that I want. This is where all the detailing really comes into play. You're going to take a black eyeshadow and a makeup brush that is very thin. I'm using actually a paintbrush that is very thin. And you're going to start drawing on these wrinkles. They look like wrinkles. I don't know if it's wrinkles. I don't know if it's just markings in his skin. But I'm just going to call it wrinkles. And you're going to use that black eyeshadow to start drawing on all the wrinkles. And the reason you're going to be using black eyeshadow is you don't want these lines to look so harsh because it's going to look more like a painting. I wanted to get the look to look as realistic as I can without making it look like a painting or a drawing, even though I am using paints. I just wanted there to be some realisticness and softness to the face rather than a bunch of black harsh lines. On top of the head, you want to go with a stone design, so it kind of looks like there's a bunch of cracks, like sidewall cracks on top of the head, not really wrinkles. And then you want to make sure you create wrinkles under your eyes with that eyeshadow. And then to make your nose look different, you just draw on a new nostril shape right outside of your nostrils and a new nose shape right outside of your nose shape. And to make yourself look a little bit angrier, you can add wrinkles around the nose. Some areas of the face you want to be really dark compared to other areas. So that includes the eyes, below the cheekbones, and around the apples of the cheek. So you can use your eyeshadows to darken up that area and then go back with your black paint and use it to darken up that area even more. But you don't want to use too much black paint, otherwise it's going to end up looking like a drawing or a painting too much on the face. But if you're going for that, you can go ahead and use the black paint to do this. I ended up taking a fluffy brush and just pouncing that black eyeshadow all over the top of the bald cap, just because I wanted it to look a little bit more messy like the face, because the face looks messy because of the wrinkles on the face. So I wanted to make sure it just blended nicely together. Once I've done that, I start to paint the eyes. So you're going to want to use a very icy blue color as the base color for your eyes. Then use a white paint to highlight the center of the eye, so the area that's going to be around the pupil. Then use a darker sort of icy blue color to outline the eye. Then use your black paint to paint the pupil of the eye on. You want to do all of these steps to get the eye to look as realistic as you possibly can get it to look. Now, to make the horn icicle looking things that are on top of his head, I'm using Play-Doh. I don't know how to make prosthetics, so this is the best I could do. So you take your Play-Doh, you roll it into the shape of a horn, icicle, whatever it is you want to try to recreate, and then you use liquid latex to stick that onto the bald cap. You don't have to do this. You can actually paint the icicle horn things on if you want, but I'm doing this. So you take your liquid latex, apply it to the back of the, I'm going to call it a horn, even though it's more like an icicle, and you place that onto your bald cap. Once it's on the bald cap, you cover it in liquid latex so that it sticks on the bald cap and it doesn't fall off, and so it takes in the face paint that you apply on top of it. If you just paint the Play-Doh isn't going to absorb the face paint the right way. So you want to make sure you cover these horn icicles in liquid latex. Once the liquid latex is dry, I then paint the horns. I start off with an icy blue base color for the horns, and then I highlight it using a white paint. If you want to fix the edges of the Play-Doh, you can just take your liquid latex and build up around where the Play-Doh and the bald cap meet, so it's a smooth edge from the bald cap to the Play-Doh, and then you just paint that as well. While I was using that white paint, I ended up applying some of it on the face to look like ice, to mimic ice. So not everywhere, just here and there, especially around the nose. I noticed that he has quite a few frostbite looking areas on his nose. To further help the horns blend into the bald cap and with the makeup, you can go back with your black paint and just apply it around the horn so that it just blends in nicely with the rest of the makeup and it doesn't look like these random things that are just sitting on top of your head. Right now I'm just painting the lips. You paint the lips the exact same way you painted the face. I just like to paint my lips last because I like to eat and drink while I'm filming, and once I've got makeup on my lips, I don't like to eat or drink because I don't like getting makeup on my cup or my food. Is just really gross to me. Now we're going to move on to painting the rest of the body. You're going to mix together a greenish, bluish, gray color. Honestly, that's what it looks like to me. And you're going to use that to paint around your neck. So the color of whatever it is that he is wearing, it's like an armor almost. Then you want to darken up that color a little bit, the one you just applied around the collar, and you're going to use that to paint the armor that is right below it. So that's going to be the base color of the armor that's right below it, and then the armor that is around the arm. I ended up applying too much blue paint into that mixture for the one that is around the arm, but I ended up eventually fixing it. You want the area around your neck and then the area that's near your chest to be two different colors so that people could differentiate between the two, so it doesn't look like one article of clothing. It's really hard to tell from the pictures what exactly the color of the armor is, because it's like there's filters and stuff in the TV show that makes it look more icy, I think. And I know there's a lot of CGI that goes on, so it's just kind of hard to emulate that onto my skin by mixing the body paints. I just try to mix them to get the colors that I saw in the pictures. So I don't know if they're totally accurate, but if you want to do them differently, you can go ahead and do that. There's a lot of detailing that's going to go on right now using your black paint. You're going to use it to outline all the edges of the armor, so around the collar and where it is around the arms, near the shoulders, and then you're going to start painting on the detailing that is on the armor. There's some lines that are going through it, and you want to outline that pendant that is above the chest. I don't know if it's a pendant or exactly what it is, but I'm just saying pendant. Around the arm, you're going to paint on a bunch of lines that just go all around the arm to kind of look like straps. I didn't do too much detailing around this area just because I was painting this look for so long that at a certain point I was just like, okay, people will get the gist of what you're supposed to do, because it's just like, it was a lot for me. And then you want to take the black paint and you're going to start painting on these ridges that are around the collar. On the armor, there's all these little markings and detailing, and it's just a bunch of lines basically. So you're going to take your black paint and you're going to paint on small little strokes, small little lines all around the armor, and you just got to stare at a picture so you'll know what direction you're supposed to paint it in. But you're just going to do this all over the armor, not around the arms though, just the part that is on the chest and near the shoulders. Now you want to take a very shimmery greenish blue eyeshadow and apply that on top of the armor to give it that sheen that you want, kind of like steel. You don't want it to look exactly like steel. Like I said, you want it to have that green and blue color to it, but you need that shine there. And that's why you're going to apply this shimmery color all over the armor. And you want to use that to start highlighting where the pendant is, that design that's in the center of it. And this is going to help start defining that area. Now you're going to use your white paint to start highlighting the armor. You don't want to highlight everywhere. You just want to highlight here and there above some of the black lines that you painted on. And then you use it to highlight around the collar and around the lines that are on the longer lines that are on the armor. And then you use it to start defining where the pendant is. So that shape that's on the pendant, it kind of reminds me of two arrows, just like, or more like two triangles, I guess, that are like very oblong. Now use your black eyeshadow to shade the armor and the collar. You just want to create shadows anywhere where two articles of clothing meet and where the clothing meets the skin. You want to create shadows using that black paint or eyeshadow. Anyways, and then the skin that is showing on the hands and on the arms, you just do the same thing that you did to the face, except you don't create wrinkles. So you use your stippling brush to stipple white, black, and blue paint on top of those areas, and then you dirty it up a bit using your black eyeshadow. You want to make sure you do that, otherwise it's just going to look weird that your face is a totally different color and texture compared to the arms and the hands.
Thanks a lot for making it to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you'll be notified every single time I upload. And if you want to see more of me, make sure you click one of the links down below and you can check out another video of mine. With that being said, I'll let you guys go. Bye.